What's up, guys? Matt Brown here for PlayPicks.com, coming off a nice and profitable week 5 and closing things out here on week 5 with Monday Night Football. If you guys did not watch Joe Fortenbaugh's video on this very channel, he had the Chiefs, he had the Bills. We started a teaser last night with the Rams and going to close it out tonight with a tease on the Saints side of the ball. So be sure, hit that subscribe button down below and you'll get all these videos, obviously, right to your inbox every time something gets posted. But looking to close out the week strong here with Monday Night Football. Again, Redskins heading to New Orleans to take on the Saints in the Superdome. Big news here for the Saints is this fella right here, Mark Ingram, is going to be back coming off suspension, missed the first 4 games of the year. Didn't really hurt the running game. If you watched Alvin Kamara, he has been absolutely amazing. That said, not really built to be taking a pounding, not really built to be doing the whole 20 to 25 carries a game type thing. So getting Mark Ingram back in the mix here can only help Kamara stay fresh and stay on top of his game here for the rest of the season. So I'm sure the Saints are very glad to have Mark Ingram back. Aside of that, Saints are pretty healthy, actually. Not really many injuries to talk about on that side of the ball. And on the Redskins side, not really a ton of injuries. Either they're coming off of a bye here, so they should have had time to mend any of those nagging injuries for the first few weeks of the season here. Again, coming off of a bye for those guys. Looking at the lines here at DraftKings Sportsbook, Saints 6.5, 52.5 total. Same at 888 Sportsbook, 6.5, 52.5. At FanDuel, though, you got the Saints at 7. 52.5, 52 is the total there. And then at BetStars, Saints 6.5, 52.5. So if you are looking to take the points, you might want to do that over at FanDuel there. So how does this game look like it's going to play out? This is a game where you've got teams that have 2 different strengths and 2 different weaknesses, and which team is going to be able to take advantage of which. On the Saints side of the ball, the Saints have a pretty stout run defense, but they have the league worst pass defense DVOA so far through this season. If you watched any of the Saints games, you know that. They're getting passed all over. Teams are going up and down the field on these guys. On the other side of the ball, you have the Redskins. On their defense, they actually have a pretty stout pass defense and one of the league's very worst rush defenses so far through this season. Now, you would think, wow, that should lean very heavily towards the Saints here with Kamara and Ingram. But, listen, we don't know exactly what type of shape Ingram's going to be in. We certainly don't know how effective Kamara is going to be as an every down runner. Listen, this is one of the things where he was breaking off bigger runs, but the other runs were, he's getting 2 yards per carry, essentially 2 and 3 yards per carry. And it was basically padded because he would have these kind of splash plays and stuff like that. So going to be very interesting to see how this kind of all plays out from that aspect, right? So you have Drew Brees, who's been much, much better at home throughout the course of his career. And of course, on that fast track there in the Superdome, you think it plays to a lot of the speed. Actually, one of the other injuries we should mention here, Ted Ginn, is going to be out for the Saints. And while that isn't a huge, huge deal, Ted Ginn hasn't been playing a huge role. He plays a different type of role, right? Even though he's not actually catching passes and scoring touchdowns and doing different things like that, he basically runs these routes where they have to respect the speed. They have to respect that he can get behind them. And that opens things up for some of the other guys. So he plays a role, even though he doesn't play a big role in the box score. So Ted Ginn is going to be out there for the Saints, which, listen, maybe they go to their rookie Traquan Smith, as mentioned right here in the article. Perhaps they look a little bit more to Cameron Meredith, or maybe they lean on Ben Watson, of course. Drew Brees still looks at that tight end several times. So pretty interesting to see how that plays out and which guy ends up getting the more work here. Coming down, guys, how I feel this game could go, if you watch Joe's video and if you did start that teaser with the Rams, of course, you're live with the Saints here at minus a half point. Saints only really need to win. I kind of feel like we're at a scenario here where I think this Redskins team can play well and keep it within the 7. If you remember when we were back up here, this is why you should, listen, definitely shop the lines in these New Jersey sports books over there, because they do differ, and you can get 7 at FanDuel. Of course, this is at the time of the recording this video. You know how this works. As the bets come in, lines move, different things like that. But at the time of this, you could get the Saints at 7. I think taking the Redskins plus 7 at that situation is good. I think that they are going to be able to move the ball through the air. I mean, listen, they do still have Jordan Reed. They still have some talented wide receivers there. They have Chris Thompson, who can catch passes out of the backfield. Very, very good pass catching running back. And I think they're going to be able to move the ball. I don't think the Saints are going to be able to stop this Redskins team from scoring. I think the Saints team is going to be able to score as well. Now, if that comes on the ground, maybe that leans you towards an under total here as well. So you think that they're going to keep running the ball. Again, we said that's the biggest weakness of this Redskins team, and also a huge, huge strength for this Saints team. When Ingram and Kamara were both in the lineup last year, that tandem was the number one running back tandem in all of the NFL. So I take a look at this game looking at, I'm going to take the Redskins and the points here. I think the Saints probably win. I like that if we opened that teaser from yesterday and we're going to try and close it out tonight, I still think that's a pretty good case. I just think it's more of a field goal type game, 3 points, 4 points, something like that. Not all the way up to 6.5 or 7, something like that. So I'm going to take Redskins and the points here, and I'm going to take a lean towards the under. I think that there will be points scored here, but I still think 52.5, 53 is a little too rich right here. Don't know if I'll play that just yet. See how things look a little bit closer once we get to kickoff here. But going to play Redskins and the points and leaning a little bit towards the under here. Guys, if you are looking to get the best sign-up bonuses there are basically in all of the interwebs, head to playpicks.com/bonus/bonus, whatever the slash is. This slash, you know this slash, bonus, BONUS. It is all of our New Jersey sportsbook promos that we've got. We've even got some free money offers. You can get free $25 at DraftKings Sportsbook. You can get free $10 at 888 Sportsbook. Great deposit match bonuses as well. And then we also have DFS bonuses on there if you want to play a little daily fantasy sports tonight as well. Of course, they're offering single game contests these days, so you can look at our DFS offers there as well. Again, playpicks.com/bonus. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button. We need to get our subscriptions up. We need to get to over 1,000 subscribers. So help us get to over 1,000 subscribers. And also, it'll shoot these videos to your inbox every time we shoot one. We have college football picks. We have NFL picks. We have, these island game picks. And of course, we even have some DFS stuff as well for you. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you guys later on in the week.